How's everybody doing? My name is Mike, and we got Mr. Captain hanging out in his crate with us today. So, here is just a huge point in dog training that a lot of owners seem to miss, which is if the dog can't do basic things with you in a calm manner, then it's going to be very difficult for the dog to not do unwanted behavior outside. So, if you're trying to control, if your dog's out of control outside, then the only way to gain control over the dog and get the dog to start calming down is by using tools like the crate. And what's really important is I'm going to show you guys is how the threshold of the crate works. So if I open this door, it doesn't mean he gets to just run out. In my hand right now, I have a bottle with 10 pennies in it. So this is very much a punishment to the dog. If the dog tries to come out of the crate when I open the door like that, I'll usually bang this against the crate, or I can just shake it, or I will use the crate door. See how that tool's out of my hand, and now he's kind of making moves. But all that stomping around and stuff, that might seem cute, but that's excitement. That's unwanted behavior. That is not what you want from your dog. If you're having a dog that's super excited outside, and then almost all those dogs that are excited outside, when you bring them inside, this is how they behave. See all that excitement. That's why we discourage that. That's why I'm using something like this shake can to deter him from doing that. And again, a lot of people unintentionally imprint unwanted behaviors. So this dog's been in several different homes. So chances are, again, it's unintentional. This behavior is imprinted in them by accident by the owner. So what I'm doing with him is we're working on his threshold right here. So this is what we consider a threshold, or so their crate, the door, the front door to the home, your car doors, anything like that, from the road to the grass, also we consider a threshold. We want the dog to start waiting at thresholds, because typically what you're seeing from him right now, as soon as the door opens to him, that's an open threshold, and that means excitement. So going from the crate to the world that's not in the crate to your home becomes very exciting for him, because when they were puppies and in their life, they've been allowed to just come and go as they please. And of course, they're happy to get out of the crate. They're excited to get out of the crate. And the dog moves forward with a lot of momentum, with a lot of excitement. If you allow this dog to get out while he is doing what he's doing right now, then he believes what you're saying to him is, yes, I like the excitement. I like it when you dance around, make noise, and never sit still. And of course, that's not what we want from our dogs. We want our dogs to be able to sit still, relax, and not make a bunch of noise all the time. That's would be very annoying if the dog never laid down in the crate and was always up moving around. So to teach a dog not to come through this threshold, in the beginning he would rush in and out. It's very difficult with him. As you can see, even for me working with him, he's still wanting to come out. But it's okay, because I want to show this, that if he tries to come out, immediately the door shuts. That's immediately what happens. With him, I got to back it up, because he's such a big dog. He'll try to just plow through it. And again, if he's not listening to me with just the door, then I'm going to add something else to the equation to help the dog listen. As you saw, this is a very good tool to help the dog listen. I can even just smack it on my leg to get him to stay in that crate. And right now what's happening is there's a big mental game happening with him. He's trying to figure out, how do I get out? How do I get out? How can I get him to let me out? So what I'm trying to do with him is I'm actually just going to leash him up. So I'm just going to put a leash on him, and you don't want to be reaching in the crate when the dog's like super excited. We want the dog calm. We want the dog to sit still and be relaxed. That's what we're looking for. Again, remember what I said, that if you let them through the threshold with that type of excitement, you are now saying, good, be excited, I like it when you're excited. And when they're excited, they only do unwanted behaviors, things like bark, lunge, or bite. So it's only going to be something you're going to have to correct them for. So we want to start letting the dog know now, we don't want you excited. We want you relaxed. So I'll put my shake can here, or I might put it here so I have access to it with him in the beginning, but eventually you want to remove that and not have it there all the time, and rely on that. Alright, so now letting him out of his crate, just walking away and coming back up with the leash, you see his reaction. So I'm going to make sure he stays sitting for me. But he's not going to come out like that. Like I said, I'm not going to allow him. No matter what, the idea is the dog is not coming out in this manner. Sit. So I have my shake can right here because the minute he tries to, no, sit. This what's important is to catch him during this process. If he can't do this, and he can't come out of the crate, we would actually just try again. But the excitement will not last. It will go away. So that's the nice thing about excitement, is that they can't stay like that forever. But unfortunately, when these dogs, their whole life is nothing but excitement. That's what's portrayed, unfortunately, by most of the industry. They will tell owners, other trainers I've heard tell owners, it's okay to be excited. I've heard vets tell owners to get their dog excited. So what happens is sit. So to get him to stay sitting, I'm going to say the word sit. Sit. So I have to remind him. Sit. 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 Heel. And then he's allowed to come out. And then I don't move too far from the crate so I can make sure the dog's not trying to get way ahead of me. Heel. And then if the dog has trouble with something like this, what we do is we then turn it into an exercise for him. So he becomes desensitized to the crate. So now he's out of the crate. Instead of just moving forward and leaving the room, then we put him back in the crate. Attaboy, attaboy. And then when he's back in, it's the same rules. He doesn't get to see that. Look, he doesn't get to just come out. But again, you can't be afraid to slam that door either on the dog. He's got to learn that he can't use his body. If I allowed him to push the door open like that, he will start to learn I can use my body to get what I want. And that's not going to look good for a big, heavy dog if they start using their body to get what they want. You know, he's going to learn that if my head doesn't do it, maybe I can bite the crate. So we want to be firm enough with them that it deters them from wanting to do those type of things. Again, he needs to learn I'm setting this boundary right here, and I'm not afraid to shut that door on you. I'm not afraid. So you see how he learned right away. He got back when he saw me doing that. Sit. Good boy. Sit. 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 Heel. But see, we'll take that from him right now. We'll take that, and again, this will get conditioned into him, and it will look better and better and better. And typically we have them sit before they go in the crate as well, but since he's so new, this is kind of how I work him in and out of the crate. Once he gets his sit down a little bit better, we'll be asking him to sit at the threshold of the crate before he goes in. They will always sit before they go in and out. But again, he's so early in training, we have to teach him just how to come in and out of the crate without excitement. But in the future, the dog will always sit before they go out the front door, before they go in the crate, before they go on their place bed, or before they go from the road to the grass to the bathroom. And we use the leash to lead them in, just like that. And then again, we're watching our back. We're making sure he's not just coming right out. But you can see, even from the beginning of the session, how that just, he really calmed down since the end of the session. You know, from the beginning, he was much more excited, to now at the end, he's coming in and out of the crate much easier. And since we're doing a video, it takes me a lot longer to get him in and out. Now, if it was just me and him, no video camera, he'd be going in and out, 10 times by now, and he'd be much calmer. So anything they're not good at, turn it into an exercise to take that excitement out of the dog.